In our money lead today, President Trump often spends his weekends at what he calls the Southern White House, better known as the Mar-a-Lago Resort in Palm Beach, Florida. Ethics experts warn that the president's visits to his glitzy private resort alone constitute a conflict of interest because it gives the property and the private club free publicity. Beyond that, these trips may financially benefit President Trump. The taxpayers foot the bill for him and his family and his staff and the Secret Service, all staying at the resort, which many ethics experts believe could be unconstitutional. CNN's Christina Leslie joins me now for our latest installment of Conflict of Interest Watch. Walk us through how the president could be profiting from taxpayers.
When he goes to Mar-a-Lago, he obviously has a Secret Service detail with him. That Secret Service detail, some members of that detail stay with him at the club, incur other costs at this very high-end club. The question is, how much taxpayer money is going into his private club? We've been pressing for answers on this, and here's what we've found so far.
We've had a lot of success in Florida, and I love it. It's my second home. I'm here all the time.
During the winter, President Trump spends most weekends at his private club in South Florida, Mar-a-Lago, a.k.a. the Winter White House.
We get a lot of work done. Believe me, there's not rest at the Southern White House. It's all work.
His trips cost taxpayers, and the visits may benefit him financially. CNN obtained documents, government travel expense forms, and receipts that offer a window into how the president could profit from his weekend getaways. A review of those documents show the Secret Service paid Mar-a-Lago at least $63,000 between February and early April. The invoices on Mar-a-Lago letterhead include charges that range from $1,300 to a little over $11,000.
All of this, comes at a cost, but the cost is justified to the security output and the security posture that's necessary to protect the President of the United States.
The Secret Service redacted important details before making the documents available, but experts say the money probably covered hotel rooms and workspace for agents who have to stay close to the president.
The detail leader can't be sleeping in the hallway. He does need a room.
At the time of the expenses, the president's press secretary defended his frequent trips to Mar-a-Lago and the resources it required.
The president, wherever he goes, he carries the apparatus of the White House with us. That is just something that happens.
Trump has spent 42 full or partial days at his Mar-a-Lago resort since he was elected, 25 of them as president. Government ethics hawks argue that the flow of federal money to Trump is inappropriate. In fact, the former director of the chief ethics agency said the president should stop visiting his properties altogether.
I'm telling you right now, stop going to your properties. Tell the White House officials not to go to those properties.
So, Jake, the problem from an ethical standpoint is here, does this situation create a perverse incentive for the president to go to his properties? Separately, does this activity violate an anti-corruption or self-dealing clause in the Constitution? And the answer to that question may rest in how much Mar-a-Lago is charging the Secret Service. Now, a Washington Post report indicated a couple of weeks ago that Mar-a-Lago is charging the federal government what's called a rack rate, which is a non-discounted rate. And there's no reason to do that to the federal government.
So to make as much money as possible off the government if you're doing the rack rate. Christina Leslie, thanks so much.